bombshell news is apparently Jason Momoa decided to drop AH like a bad habit, unfollowing her on Instagram. And this is legit, by the way. I checked it myself, and apparently she decided, I gotta unfollow him in kind. And Momoa is not the only person to do this either that is connected to Aquaman 2 or Warner Brothers DC superhero movies, as Gal Gadot and others did this, and AH has followed up saying, I'm gonna drop them as well. Now, all of this is happening as Warner Brothers desperately tries to do damage control for Aquaman 2 after the failure of The Flash. You can see James Wan, he's been going out, he's been promoting this hardcore, saying, you still need to see it. It's a standalone movie. I mean, everything's good here. Yeah, right? And the truly fascinating thing about this is while all of this is going on, you have Aquaman himself, Jason Momoa, still supporting JD. Started following him when took the stand last year, still follows him to this day, but cut out a star. I mean, this is a guy here that is about work. He's about promotion, but AH falls by the wayside. And what's hilarious is this has caused those Team AHers to lose their minds. They've been going after Jason Momoa hard, trying to ruin him on Twitter. Yeah, that's not going to work out at all. And this is fun times. This is fun times indeed. All right, so hey there, all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. I hope you were doing excellently. So this is a bombshell story, and it is crazy as well because it confirms so many of the things that we've been hearing about how AH is out, how people have gotten tired of AH on the movies that they're involved in, Aquaman 2, for example, plus with any other superhero movie as well. And you can confirm that this is real simply by following everyone involved. So check this out. Here, this is Jason Momoa's main account. You'll notice I followed them for this. They have 17.2 million followers. Also, Gal Gadot here, following her as well, 105 million followers. Now, on top of that, I'm going to follow AH just for this. I'll end up unfollowing them after all of this has happened, but you'll notice that this is their main account too, with 5.2 million followers. Now, when you look at accounts, you can see who you're following and if they're following other accounts you follow as well. Here, for example, you have Jason Momoa being followed by Gal Gadot. You also have JD following them, and Gal Gadot followed by Jason Momoa, also followed by JD. You can see his name right there. Now, when you get to AH, though, you'll notice a lot of things missing. A lot of stars there. I mean, she's not followed by anyone. She is also retaliated by unfollowing them as well, saying, I don't want anything to do with them. And I think maybe that has to do not only with what's going on with Aquaman 2 and everything with Warner behind the scenes, but also who they're all following. I mean, if you look here, they're following JD. Like I said, with Jason Momoa, he's been following JD since JD took the stand. I thought that was a big statement too. And you have Gal Gadot doing the same thing as well. Notice, front and center, you have her following JD as well. See, Warner Brothers, they seem to be distancing from anything that could cause a problem with Aquaman at all. I mean, here, for example, you have James Wan. He's been going on the press junket. He's been trying to disconnect himself from the failure that is The Flash, which would include Ezra Miller. I mean, listen to this headline here. This comes from Bounding Into Comics. Quote, after The Flash collapses at the box office, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom director tries to save the film by claiming it's a quote-unquote very standalone movie. See, as Bounding Into Comics ends up pointing out, you have them saying, yeah, we're not connected to The Flash. We're our own movie, and people love our movie. Why? Well, they love it because Jason Momoa. They love it because of Black Manta. They love it because of the visuals and everything else. Everything apparently except AH. I mean, listen to this. They just exclude her from the entire interview process. Quote, Wan spoke with comicbooks.com. He told the outlet, quote, well, Aquaman even the first film has always been a very standalone film. That was always our approach, that it kind of lives in its own world, and that's kind of how we've approached The Lost Kingdom as well. Juan then, he tries to end up hyping up the movie. You know, he's going to bring his best foot forward, or what Warner Brothers thinks is that and what they should be hyping. He says, you know, people, they love Jason Momoa. People love him playing the role, and people love the action visuals of this space and the world, and that's what we're doing. We're taking it to the next level, and we're still expanding. And just any fans of Aquaman, the character, that love Black Manta, that is the next level, and I'm very excited to finally put out there to show them what we've been working on all these years. So again, hyping up all of these elements that they think will appeal to fans. What do they think we'll do? Oh, AH. And this isn't the only person to do this either. I mean, when James Gunn brings this stuff up, never, ever brings up AH. Jason Momoa in interviews, he never brings her up as well. Even before this distancing, he had already done that distancing as well. Even Peter Safran, this is the guy that went to bat for AH in the past. He was the guy that said, you know, we don't listen to all of this noise on social media. We know what's best for the movie. Well, since taking over in one of the head roles of DC Films, never talks about AH either. Now, the thing that I truly love about this is how Team AH has gone from the last few days of saying, AH, she's on the Hollywood comeback. I mean, look at her tiny independent film. You know what that means. To basically going after anyone that has been connected to her. This is how you prove that you don't have a Hollywood comeback, that there is nothing left. I can just imagine the cry sessions behind the scenes. And yeah, they may be trying to circle the wagons here. I mean, they have 183 likes, but look at this little thing right there. You know what that is? That's hidden comments with people giving them blowback when they go after folks trying to say, oh man, I don't like them. In fact, how has the world been convinced that they're attractive at all? There's a lot of other names they've been going after too. I mean, you can see them all listed right here. This after losing over 33,000 followers after those 2 posts, plus that attack post as well. I think the next few days, they're going to be really entertaining. But let me know what you think about this. This sounds like Aquaman 2 is doomed to me, but let me know. And as always, appreciate the heck out of you. You make this stuff work. Thank you. Can't say that enough. Want to help out the channel? Links are in the description. Check those out. We can always use your help, so check them out for sure. And thank you. Gonna end here. See ya.